Welcome. I bid you welcome. John Clauser, Johnny Metal, the Metal Dad. No, it's not Monday Night Metal. It's actually Tuesday Night Metal for a change. So we're doing things a little different today. But I wasn't gonna do anything originally tonight, for the to the end of the year because I thought, well, I think I kind of did my thing with between the birthday bash and then the Christmas thing. And I thought, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about 2025 and some of the music that we've all have listened to over the course of this year. Now, I'm going to be really honest. I haven't really bought a whole lot of new music that came out in 2025. I probably bought some old stuff, but as far as anything that came out in 2025, there's really not a whole lot that I can really talk about as far as I didn't get Dream Theater's album. I didn't get With Blood Comes Cleansing. I didn't get this. I didn't get that. I didn't get Sabrina Carpenter's album or something like that. There's a lot of stuff like that that I did not pick up throughout the course of the year. But I felt like I wanted to highlight some things because some of them are just dear friends to me, and I just kind of want to share them out. So and give them a little love, and hopefully go search them out, say on Bandcamp or Patreon or something along those lines. There's some good stuff out there, folks. So really what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to just try to just kind of highlight it. I can't really review some of it because some of it, to be truthful, I haven't even had a chance to even listen to. Music, again, has not been something I've been doing a lot of lately. So, so it's been a little challenging, but I want to at least point you in the right direction for some pretty good stuff. So, for those of you who probably remember from 2023, I did a little series called Apologetics April. And at the end of the month, I actually I interviewed the singer and lyricist Jay Jackson. Well, they just came out with their 80th 80th CD of Christian parodies, and this one features parodies of Bob Seger, Christopher Cross, Genesis, Blondie, The Police, Steve Winwood, The Who, REO Speedwagon, Greg Kinband, Squeeze, ELO, and the Moody Blues. So what songs are tackled here? So they do a parody of Against the Wind, Sailing, Turn It On Again, The Tide Is High, Don't Stand So Close to Me, While You See a Chance, You Better You Bet, Take It on the Run, Breakup Song, Tempted, Hold On Tight, and The Voice. Very good. These guys do so well with their parodies and stuff like that. So I've supported them for a number of years, and really worth checking out. Like I said, they're kind of like a Christian Weird Al, basically, is the best way of putting it. So that would be how I would describe them. Next up, I'm going to talk about the Gallagher Brothers. No, not that Gallagher Brothers. If y'all know me, y'all know that there's one set of Gallagher Brothers that means anything to me, and that would be the Brothers Gallagher of Raven. And they came out with this little EP here called Can't Take Away the Fire. 5-song EP, 5 tracks: Black and Blue, Power Hungry, Can't Take Away the Fire, Gimme a Lie, and The Wreckage. 3 bonus tracks. Here's some live tracks taken from 3 different tours. One from 2022, the song from Metal City called The Power, Architect of Fear from 1991, and Don't Need Your Money from 1984. Solid album. I don't know if this is available still on physical media. You get a little patch here, and there was also a signed and numbered card. So yeah, they only produce about 1,000 of these things. So that might be kind of tough to come across, but a solid CD by the Raven Brothers. John, I hope you're doing well. Mark, I know you both have been having some health issues throughout the year, so I hope you guys are both doing well. Next up, and this one I literally just got like a couple days ago, and I still haven't even taken it out of the wrapper. But Doro, with her, this is actually a kind of a half studio, half live album called Warriors of the Sea, and she does a version of "Touch Too Much" from AC/DC. So I still have yet to listen to this, but I hope to check this out very soon. Been a long time Doro fan. Got to see her at Prog Power a couple years ago in Atlanta, and that was a wonderful experience there. Another one I got to. This is another one I haven't even gotten this out of the wrappers yet, but so I'm going to try to see if I can find. There we are. So because the CD's kind of hidden a little bit here, so I gotta do something here. So Stryper came out with a Christmas album, The Greatest Gift of All. So they've done Winter Wonderland. They did a song called Reason for the Season. They also do original songs, Greatest Gift of All. They do a cover of Go Tell It on the Mountain. Heaven Came on Christmas Day, the Little Drummer Boy, Still the Light, Silent Night, Oh, On This Holy Night, Joy to the World, Reason for the Season, Winter Wonderland. So again, haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet as well. This one came with a signed card from the boys, so that was kind of cool. So but yeah, I just haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but it's something. Stryper's been a long time favorite band of mine, and would love to be able to listen to a little bit more of that one too. Next one, I've only had a chance to listen to this album about once or twice. And so anybody watching on the live chat, if you're a fan of this album, please say something in the chat about this. The new Robert Plant album, Saving Grace, with Susie Diane. I've had a chance to listen to this maybe once or twice, and I like what I've heard because it continues that Robert Plant vibe of this Americana, bluesy, folky, electronic, a little bit of all kinds of different stuff. But he takes on a new band with this. Like I said, what I've heard was good. I've always been a fan of Robert Plant's solo career. I got to participate in an album by album book that Martin Popoff did. I got to do a few albums of Robert's there. Got to see him last year in concert with Alison Krauss, which was phenomenal. But yeah, if you're a fan of this, please say so. I'd love to know more about that because I really need to spend more time listening to it. One thing I didn't get to do a lot this year was go to concerts. I only got to go to 3. I only got to go to 3 concerts all year. 2 of them were back to back, and then the next one would be actually in October. And I got to see John the Music Nuts' favorite band, Little Feat. Strike Up the Band was their new album. They did 4 songs from this album, which again, only had a chance to listen to this once or twice. But the songs sounded fantastic live, and really sounded good. It sounds like they're doing a farewell tour next year. So, but yeah, this was a pretty good album. I'm trying to remember the songs they did here. I don't remember the songs they did from this album off the top of my head. No, I'm not going to try to look it up. Anyway, it was a strong album. Really good to check this out if you like Little Feat. Again, it was a band that I really wanted to stand up and kind of dance more, but a lot of the people in the audience was much older than I was, and I didn't want to be that guy standing in front of people, and didn't want to encourage people to get up and dance too much because I didn't want anybody to throw a hip out or throw their back out. But it was such a good show. Really did a good job with that. So I'm glad I got to see him. Let me check. I apologize if I'm not checking in on the comments, folks. I really kind of just want to focus in on this, but I will try to catch up on some folks here at the end here. This next one's going to be kind of an interesting choice. Um, I don't know how I came across this, but I'm a big fan of the Genesis album Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. And this group called Sonic Elements from with a fellow by the name of Dave Kersner got together with a few other folks. Francis Dunnery, Dave Kersner, Nick DeVerglio, Fernando Perdomo, Billy Sherwood, and a bunch of special guests. What they do here is a 50th anniversary tribute celebration of The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. This is a really, really good album. This almost is done in kind of a way of like if this was done in like a stage musical, because there's like little bits and pieces kind of in between the songs, and it's really pretty cool. The musicians here do a masterful job of emulating the album, but making it sound like their own in some way. There's a bonus CD here, bonus disc that came with some different outtakes and different alternate versions and stuff like that. But yeah, this whole thing. I think I got this on through the Sonic Elements or Dave Kersner's Bandcamp, and good stuff. Really, really good stuff. If you are a fan of Genesis, and especially if you're like me and you're a fan of Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, really, really good album. Okay, next one. This one goes out to somebody that I am thankful that I've had the chance to message a few times and kind of get to know and really be a good fan of. One of a couple Patreon pages I still actually support. And this fella named Chris Taylor, and his album called I Carry the Flame. I don't know if he has any physical copies left, but you can probably get them on his Bandcamp or order directly from his Chris Taylor Art website. Chris Taylor World, excuse me, christaylorworld.com. This kind of has there's like a little bit of Chris always has kind of like a singer-songwriter, folk, electronic, new wave, a little bit of all kinds of different stuff. One of the first panel shows I ever did was he had another band called Love Coma, and I had Grant from Grant's Rock Warehouse. I had Peter Kerr from Rock Daydream Nation, Ryan Gavalier, and Todd Evans on the show, and I wanted them to listen to it. I wanted to see what they thought of Love Coma, and I was really surprised at how positive they were about the album. But yeah, Chris Taylor was the man behind Love Coma. This album is a very, very fun album to listen to. Groove, great stuff, great lyrics, good thought-provoking stuff. And Chris is a good dude. And I really appreciate him. I hope one day to go down to San Antonio and check him out and hopefully get to meet him in person when he's doing some gigs down here. Next one. This one's another one. Look it up on Bandcamp. I believe it is acousticet.com, something like that. My buddy E.T., Eric Turner. And this is a project he did called For All the People Too. This one was featuring a rapper named Dirty. I've played some of his stuff on my at the end of my show once here, and it's very groovy with the touch of hip hop, but he does some nice little groovy guitar work and drum programming and different things like that. And it's really E.T. just, I don't know. It's the kind of music that just it just gives you a good move, makes you want to groove, and a lot of good stuff. So, acousticet.com, E.T. Just look up E.T. on Facebook. You'll be able to find him. He's got links to his site. Really worth checking out. Give him some love. This is a lot of fun. Obey the Way is a great song. Move. Groovin', a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Okay, next one. this is an album. This was a compilation album of sorts, and this is some live, some studio, and but again, this is a another band that I deeply deeply love. Warlord, the Lost Archangel. So what um, this was songs that were done by Bill Samus, and after he passed away, Mark Zonder, the drummer, and Giles Lavery wanted to somehow carry the legacy of Warlord on, and so they took some of his songs and they wanted to do a full band version, finish them up. Golgotha, Place of the Skull, The Rainbow, which was a long time old Warlord song that had been around in demo form for the most part, finally got a full studio band release. Lost Archangel, Stygian Paradise. These were songs that were some of those were done by Bill's side project after Warlord called Lordian Guard, and they put out a couple of CDs. Let's see. There's also songs called Enemy Mind, which is a song from The Rising Out of the Ashes. And what that is basically just this would be a kind of with Giles's vocals on the song. 70,000 Sorrows, again with Giles's voice, and Night of the Fury, and another song called Twin. The rest of this album is live tracks from Live in Athens 2013, and then when they would do some shows in 2024. So before I get to my last thing, I'm going to try and get to some of the comments I just see here. Speaking of my buddy ET, yeah, buddy, you tuned in just at the right time, man. Happy New Year, my friend. Hope to catch you next year. I need to get up to Chattanooga to that place up that you were telling me about in March. So I'm going to try to get up for that. Let's see. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Let's see. Yeah, we're talking about some of the people that were in on that album. No. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate you. There's Helgard. Rock and roll, brother. Yeah, man. Absolutely. And yeah, and then to begin, there we go. So there you go. So there were my first. There's Ash. So we appreciate you, brother. Of course, Joey's there. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I very, very much appreciate that. Yes, Mark Zonder from Face Warning and now A to Z. That is correct. Yes, A to Z. Those albums are phenomenal. Wonderful, wonderful albums. Highly, highly worth checking out. Okay, last band I want to talk about, and this is a local group from Birmingham, and they have you can find these albums on Spotify. They do have some vinyl copies. You can buy them locally here, and you might even be able to email the guy and see if you can get a hold of this. But this is my buddy David Martin here, David O. Martin, or David D. Martin, excuse me. And he does this little project here called the Knockdown Roses. And this is his singer named Margot Walter Wilson. This is a fun band to listen to. David's a big King Crimson fan, but I don't know if I hear King Crimson on this album that much. There's a lot of different varied influences. I hear like a little bit of U2, maybe Susie and the Banshees, a lot of different feels and sounds. I really don't know exactly how to describe them, but But this is a really, I love listening to this album. Their first album was is just as much fun. This was their debut. Both of these albums I highly, highly recommend. You can listen to this one on Spotify. This one is not available on Spotify, however. On this one, songs like Sister Resistor, Taken Under Wing, Estelle, DM Tree, I Can't See You. There's so many. This is just such a good album. Such a good album. And I really just wanted to give my buddy David some love and let him get some people just to hear some of his stuff. You know, I think at the end of one of my shows I played Sister Resistor on here. Man, I love this album. Great stuff. So my stuff for 2025 is a little off the beaten path. Not maybe something a lot of people will know about, but I'll tell you what, it's something that y'all should dig into. And God knows I have enough stuff to listen to because I haven't even taken the time to listen to it yet. I just know that's all I've been getting. But I know it's good stuff because I know the bands that I know the bands are very, very good. So no, I don't think so. I don't think it was. I don't recall it being like that, Ash. But yes. So when you go under style in StreamYard, you can actually pick your own font if you have your own studio kind of thing when you're doing a live stream like I am. So that's where I'm able to pick that up. So anyway, so there you go, folks. That's kind of my highlights of 2025. I would say in the comments, because I'm gonna wind this puppy down. In the comments, let me know what you guys liked in 2025, and I turn some people on to some stuff to start the new year. What are you guys looking forward to in 2026 as far as music goes? I don't know. My mind's not there yet as far as what I'm listening to. Like I said, I'm in kind of low key with my music right now. So I don't know what I'm even doing with my channel for next year yet, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. Tune in and find out. You know I'm going to be around in some way, shape, or form. So with that said, y'all, I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a very happy new year. Thanks in advance for sharing my videos, liking anything, commenting, whatever it is. I appreciate you all more than you know. And I look forward to seeing what I do with y'all next year. So happy New Year, everybody. Much love to you all. Rock forever. And we will see you next year.